So today we're looking at this gorgeous old Delonghi machine that my friend has, and I am not entirely sure what machine it is because it's an older machine, but it's very similar to the Delonghi kind of Iconas. So I think it's an older model of the Delonghi Iconas, and it's got this kind of wonderful kind of brutalist kind of industrial vibe that I really liked. So it's this kind of beautiful chunky machine, definitely an older thing. It's got the temp kind of built in just there, as you can see. I'm pulling it down, but it's so look, I've filled up the basket and then just tamped it down there. And it's a really interesting machine because it's got 3 buttons, but it's your standard espresso. So you lock it in, and then you just kind of put your mug under, and then you push the button. But the coffee keeps coming; it keeps pouring the water. It's not like an espresso shot. What I didn't realise at the time, so I had quite a watery coffee at the time, is this thing sort of just keeps pouring the water. So you just have to turn it off when appropriate. You can see just there's power, there's the water through the coffee thing, and then there's the steam? Yeah, the steam wand button. So it's very simple, but it's this gorgeous kind of chunky piece of work. There you go. So it starts off with kind of a fairly good solid stream, and it just kept going and going and going. But I really like the steam wand kind of twist turn aspect of it. It's got that kind of classic espresso machine like top bit, so you can keep your mugs and keep them warm. It very much feels like those sort of vintage espresso machines. I think it's a really cool kind of I guess it's effectively a drip coffee machine rather than an espresso machine, but it does both. So I think you could probably get a similar model, a more updated model that might be slightly smaller probably now, for about 120, 130 quid of the Iconas, or I guess there might be kind of ECOM, ECOM kind of models that are similar. But I think this is like you would look for a vintage Icona or Icona, however you pronounce it. And it's like a pump espresso vibe. It's really, really cool, really simple. But I love its kind of chunky industrial element to it. So it also has the ESE function. So as you can see, I've had to stop it because it just keeps going there. So you switch to the steam wand, and then the steam wand has this beautiful... So you switch to the steam wand, and the steam wand has this beautiful twist system, which is really cool. And I really liked that kind of on the more modern ones, my Delonghi Dedica, it's just a flick switch almost, but this twist, dial is a really nice, tangible thing that I love. So yeah, I think the Iconas are probably what this is, but this is an older version. But I really like its kind of brutal, well, it's not brutalistic, but it's kind of chunky industrial vibe, and it's a nice machine to have. It just feels nice. So, like I say, this is an older model, but between 120 and 150 quid, you could probably pick up a newer model. And it has the ESE pod system, so you can get the ESE pods, not the same as an espresso pod, but and just whack them in. But you got to remember, like I said, to turn it on and off, turn the water on and off. Otherwise, you end up with a very watery coffee. But see that beautiful twist mechanism. I love it. But it's a really simple kind of machine for those that want a coffee machine, not necessarily an espresso machine, but and it has this top space to keep your cups and stuff on top, and I really, really enjoy it. So that is my view on it, the kind of vintage Icona. Like I say, this is a slightly older model, but it's a lovely machine anyway. So yeah, fully recommend if this is something you want. Yeah, absolutely do check it out.